Here's what you need to know. Want to get this briefing by email? Here's the sign up. Good morning. We start today with a historic trade deficit for the US, a shift for Facebook, and a look at the last blockbuster video store. The US imported a record amount of products last year, widening its trade deficit in goods to its highest level in history, the Commerce Department said on Wednesday. The trade deficit is the difference between how much a country sells to trading partners and how much it buys. President Trump has focused on narrowing that gap, which he considers a measure of whether other countries are taking advantage of the U.S. Few economists share that view. The details: the increase was driven by a global economic slowdown and the relative strength of the dollar. It was exacerbated by Mr. Trump's $1.5 trillion tax cut, which left Americans more money to buy imported goods. After a wave of scandals, the world's largest social network will prioritize private, encrypted communication in small groups, a sharp turn from the sort of public sharing it was built on. I believe a privacy-focused communications platform will become even more important than today's open platforms, Facebook's chief executive, Mark Zuckerberg, said in a blog post. What's next? Mr. Zuckerberg was vague on many details of the shift, including how long it would take, but he said it would partly be achieved by integrating Instagram, WhatsApp and Messenger, which historically have been operated autonomously. After an internal backlash, the party's leaders in the House have postponed a vote on a resolution condemning anti-Semitism, which was widely seen as a response to an anti-Israel remark from Representative Ilhan Omar. The controversy has largely overshadowed Democrats' legislative efforts in the past month, although the House is planning to vote this week on the For the People Act, a collection of anti-corruption proposals. Here's a look at what's in the bill. Yesterday, the Democratic National Committee barred Fox News from hosting or televising debates for the party's 2020 primary, citing the network's inappropriate relationship with President Trump. Related, the pieces for Joe Biden's presidential campaign are falling into place, and could make him a clear front-runner for the 2020 Democratic nomination. The only thing missing? Mr. Biden's decision to run. As fertility rates across the U.S. decline, some of the largest drops have been among Hispanics. The birth rate for Hispanic women fell 31% from 2007 to 2017. The decline has been driven in part, demographers say, by generational differences. Hispanic women born in the U.S. are less likely to be poor and more likely to be educated than their immigrant mothers or grandmothers, according to the Pew Research Center. Many are delaying childbearing to finish school and start careers, just like other American-born women. Voices: one thing my parents instilled in me was to get an education, don't get married and have kids right away, said Myra Ramirez, 29, of Franklinton, NC. 15 years ago, there were 9,000 Blockbuster video rental stores. After today, there will be just one. One of our business reporters examines how that store, in Bend, Or, has survived the changes that have reshaped how people watch movies at home. Huawei sues U.S. The Chinese electronics giant sued the federal government on Wednesday, arguing that it had been unfairly and incorrectly banned as a security threat. More Michael Cohen documents. President Trump's former lawyer has provided new information to Congress in an effort to back up his claims that Mr. Trump's lawyers helped alter a false statement Mr. Cohen gave to lawmakers in 2017. Lawmakers' rape allegation. Senator Martha McSally, Republican of Arizona and the first woman in the Air Force to fly in combat, has testified in Congress that she was raped by a superior officer. Clash over border security. During a hearing in the House, Kirstjen Nielsen, the Homeland Security Secretary, faced criticism of the Trump administration's treatment of migrant families at the border and its claims of a national emergency. Financial deregulation. Federal regulators have moved to ease oversight of large banks and other financial firms, continuing a push by the Trump administration to reverse rules put in place after the 2008 financial crisis.